Today we'll examine the Chart widget, which provides you with extremely easy and flexible ways to visualize your data. This video has 3 parts, which will cover chart types, live controls, and step-by-step examples of 3 of our most requested charts. Let's begin with chart types. With 7 distinct types and hundreds of metrics and dimensions, the possibilities are virtually limitless. Column charts are great at communicating how a single metric changes across a dimension. Column cluster charts are perfect for comparing multiple metrics across a single dimension, or for comparing a single metric across 2 dimensions. Column stack charts are ideal for showing how multiple related metrics contribute to a whole across a dimension, or how a single metric varies across 2 dimensions. Heat map charts are best for visualizing how a single metric changes across 1 or 2 dimensions. Line charts are particularly well suited for showing changes over time, whether it be a single metric over time, multiple metrics over time, or a single metric by dimension over time. Pareto charts, like column charts, depict one metric across a dimension. These columns are organized from largest to smallest value, with a cumulative line that shows how each value contributes to the whole. Pareto stack charts are a variant of the Pareto chart that show how multiple metrics vary across a single dimension, or how a single metric varies across 2 dimensions. To dive deeper into chart templates, click here to download our chart type quick reference. Let's explore the live controls. Enterprise, time range, filter, and duplicate live controls are common to all widgets and are covered in our live control video. In this video, we will focus on live controls that have behavior specific to the chart widget: quick charts, time units control, and chart type. Quick charts makes it incredibly easy to create charts. Simply choose your metrics and dimensions using the drop-downs, the way you might formulate a chart title, and Vorne XL will choose the best chart type. It's easy to change the generated chart type, and we'll show you some examples later. To get started, select the metric or metrics you want to view with the first drop-down. You can select metrics individually or choose to leverage a predefined metric set. Metric sets contain multiple related metrics. Hovering over the tooltip reveals which metrics are included. When charting multiple metrics, each must have the same unit of measure, such as counts, durations, or percentages. For example, if good count is the first metric selected, the metric list will automatically be filtered to show other count metrics. The other 2 quick chart dropdowns are used for selecting dimensions. Dimensions are descriptive values that refer to a qualitative attribute of production, such as work center, shift, or hour. Dimensions are organized into categories: enterprise, which focuses on the hierarchy of your organization; production, which relates to the manufacturing process; and date and time. Time is a continuous dimension, and Vorne XL automatically selects default time units that are appropriate to the selected time range. When time is selected as a dimension, the time units control enables you to change the time granularity to hour, shift, day, week, month, quarter, or year. This is helpful for smoothing out data points so you can see the shape of the line more clearly while still retaining a deeper level of insight compared to a straight trend line. The other date and time selections in quick charts represent discrete categorical values in order to effectively group and filter by portions of the date. For example, day of week might show 7 entries, Monday to Sunday. The final live control for this widget, chart type, enables you to choose from the applicable types based on the metrics and dimensions you chose. To see this and the other live controls in action, let's create a few examples. Our first example is a line chart showing efficiency by shift over time. This is perfect for seeing if your operators are consistently winning the shift. On your dashboard, press the Layout button to enter layout mode. Click Add Widget and choose Chart. The default chart, OEE over time, will appear. Change the widget's title by simply clicking the default text, shown in bold, and typing in your desired text. To change from the default metric, OEE, to efficiency, select the metric dropdown. Remove OEE using the X. Click Add Metric and use the search bar to select Efficiency. Then click Apply. Since the default chart is already set up to display continuous time on the X-axis, all we need to do now is use the second dimension dropdown to add Shift. In charts utilizing time as a dimension, the dimension dropdowns will automatically rearrange to position time as the last dimension. Trend lines, which are formulated using a linear regression calculation, are shown by default. In this example, the trends are forecasted out well beyond the actual data points, so they are not of interest to us. We will disable them by clicking on their labels in the chart legend. You can hover over any data point for more detailed information. Our second example is a Pareto chart showing duration by reason, which helps quickly categorize your time and show each category's relationship to all time for the selected range. This chart can easily be adapted to show only unplanned stops, only planned stops, or a combination of the two. This is done by filtering by the dimension impact, which encompasses 4 mutually exclusive states: run, unplanned stop, planned stop, and not scheduled. These states provide a top-level perspective of manufacturing. Once again, press the Layout button to enter layout mode. Click Add Widget and choose Chart. Change the chart title to Duration by Reason. Remove the default metric and choose Duration instead. Change the default dimension, Time, to Reason. Notice how Quick Charts automatically selects the well-suited Pareto chart for this metric and dimension combination. We now have a Pareto that shows the majority of our time during this period was spent running normally, which is a good sign. To make this chart more useful, we'll use a filter to limit our results to more actionable data. Click the Filter control and then click Add Expression. Choose Impact as the field, Equals as the operator, and Unplanned Stopped as the value. Click Apply. We now have a completed Downtime by Reason Pareto chart. By simply changing our filter to add in Planned Stop, we have a Pareto that shows all of our availability losses. Our third example is a column stack chart showing 6 big losses by part. The 6 big losses provide an additional and actionable level of detail about OEE losses by breaking each OEE factor into 2 more detailed losses. For example, availability loss is broken down into down loss and changeover loss. While both fall into the OEE availability category, the countermeasures to improve these 2 losses are quite different. From the default chart, remove OEE as the metric. Search for and select the 6 big loss detail metric set. For the single dimension in this example, choose Part. The Quick Chart feature will automatically select a stacked Pareto. While that is a useful chart, we would prefer a regular stacked column chart in this instance, in order to focus in on the 6 big losses for each part, rather than their relationship to the whole. If we were interested in comparing 6 big losses to each other, we would choose a column cluster. If you would like to dive deeper into your data, note that you can always hover over each data set for more detailed information. In mere minutes, you've created 3 distinctive and useful charts. Now that you've learned all about chart widgets, be sure to check out our training center to see more of what Vorne XL has to offer. Simply click Help from any page and select All Videos.